Hi everybody, Shaunna Sparkles. I just wanted to check in and to let you all know that I've uploaded a video. We've got 3 days until it's Mother's Day here in Australia. It's going to be hard for me. It's hard for me every year when it comes around for Mother's Day. I lost my mum back in '97, so yeah, that makes it hard. Not being able to talk to her and give her a Mother's Day gift or whatever, you know. But I'm not going to dwell on that. I lost 2 sisters, one last year and the one the year before. They were my godmothers. I've got 3 sisters and they were all my godmothers. And I was very close to my 2 sisters that passed. And like losing my sister on the 12th of May last year, which is only like 3-4 days away, it's a bit raw. It always leaves me numb. But I've got memories of her in my heart. So, well, both of them anyway. I'm just prattling now, I think, because I'm so tired, but it's not much point me going to bed because I've got to go out again shortly, so. And I just found out on my phone that my camera's not working for some stupid reason, so I can't film it unless I swap. Maybe try and swap my phone over, but then that's a pain in the butt. My sister, well, both my sisters were older than me. I mean, I'm one of 8 and I'm the youngest, so it does hit me hard. Yeah, it does affect my bipolar and depression and anxiety and all that other bollocks. But no matter what I do or think or anything like that, it's not going to bring them back. So all I can do is just get on with life and yeah, I'll see them one day. So, but anyway, like I said, I don't want to dwell on it, and I don't want to yeah, prattle on. I would encourage you to check out my latest video, Happy Mother's Day, Mum. And I forget what the exact title is now, without pulling it up. I'll have a look. I'm grabbing my phone. That's one good thing. Now, apparently my memory card now is corrupted. Nothing's working for me. Right. Yeah, it says Happy Mother's Day, Mum, and to my 2 late sisters. I didn't know how to word it, so I thought, well, I'll just put that. As I said, my 3 sisters are my godparents, godmothers, and well, I classed them as well, because, well, they are mothers themselves. And even though they're my sisters, well, my sister Janice and I, we had this thing going. It went on for years, where if it was her birthday, I wouldn't buy her a birthday card for a dear sister. I'd buy a birthday card for a mother. Because, well, the reason why is because she was my godmother, so why not? The same with my godfather. My brother, eldest brother John, not that I really bought him cards or anything. I don't know why, it just never happened. But my godfather, and who is also my brother-in-law, which is my sister Janice's husband, he was my godfather. And so I'd buy him just, I don't know, muck around, you know, things that you do. I bought him a Father's Day card one year for Father's Day. And I put inside it, Happy Father's Day, God Daddy. And because he had trouble reading, so his reading wasn't very good. Plus he couldn't see. So yeah, yeah, so I mean, it was just those stupid things, you know. But where was I going with it? Oh, I don't know. So tired. But I'll come home. I've got less than 2 hours to get myself organised and ready and stuff, and then head over to Riverlink to do audiology. That's where I've got to go. Hey, what do you say? Anyway, I've got a bit of air in my eye. Yeah, so the last few days have been pretty emotional. Knowing that Mother's Day is just coming around the corner. Go away, tears. I didn't want to do that. It's the first year without my sister Janice, 2 years without my sister Joan, umpteen dozen years without my mum, so it makes life hard, you know. You lose someone that you love dearly. I mean, my sister Jenna, she was quite ill. She had, I don't know what was wrong with her. She, for the last 20 years, 20 plus years, may even be 30, I don't know. I don't know how to put it without sounding disgusting. Every time she ate or drank anything, it just went straight through her. It didn't matter whether it was food, liquid, whatever. Obviously she was a diabetic. She had to take medications for that. She had to take medication for thyroid, and because she made this joke, well, it was no joke, but she did say to me that she had to go into hospital. She had a part of the thyroid removed, and they cut her across the neck, like in the crease line. And they said to her that, well, we've got to cut your throat. And of course, that's how they put it. And she said, oh yeah, that'll be right, cut me flaming throat, she said. Want me dead already. And no, Mrs. Double, that's not what we're doing. She said, got to take a piece of your thyroid out, because it was affecting something or other in her body and system or something, I don't know. I forget what it was. Anyway, so she come home from the doctors and she said, oh, guess what? And I said, oh, what? And she said, well, I've got to go under the knife. She said, they're going to cut me throat. Oh, Jesus Christ, what now? Anyway, so, yeah, she said, I've got to have an operation. She said, they've got to take a piece of my thyroid. She said, as if I haven't got enough bloody pills to take. She said, it's more to the collection. I said, God, I said, you'll be a walking chemist. Oh, yeah, she said, I will be. But, yeah, we can look back on things now. But anyway, she, with the, like how I said before about her having diarrhea after everything she eats or drinks or whatever, everything just went through her. It started getting more and more serious back in May last year, well, this time last year. 5th of May last year, I flew from here to Tasmania to be with my sister, because I was told that she wasn't very well and that she may not even last the weekend. But she lasted a full week of me being down there. And I thought, oh, well, you know, she's picking up, she's starting to sit up. And in one of the pictures, I think she is actually sitting up with a pink dressing gown on. And that was taken 2 days before she passed on. The day that I went and seen her was the next day after landing in Tasmania. She didn't look well. I'm actually wearing a bluey greeny type coloured top, and I'm sitting closest to the bed. And she said to me when I walked in, she said, "What are you doing here?" I said, "What are you doing in here?" Oh, she said, "I need a rest." I said, "Well, you could have got that alone." She said, "Don't be stupid." That's just the way she was. Her and I were like that all the time. I torment the crap out of her. But I knew she wasn't well enough to, you know, be tormented too much, so I did try to be respectful of that. She kept trying to, because she was so thin. She was like, before, like 2 years beforehand, she was 54 kilos. And she was that weight for a long time, and right up until the week before she went into hospital, she went from 54 kilos down to 34 kilos. I don't know what that is in pounds. I wouldn't have a clue, but it's well under 100 pounds anyway, I'm guessing. But yeah, anyway, so that was on the Monday that I went and seen her. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday I couldn't get up to the hospital because I ended up with the flu. And I'd ring the hospital and say, look, on her younger sister, I need to know how she's going. Oh yeah, she's doing okay, rah, rah, rah. I said, well look, could you let her know please that I've got the flu? I can't come up, because I didn't want to go up, because she was in ICU. And I didn't want to go up there because I didn't want to give her the cold. Anyway, it was told to me that, well, I should have went up anyway, regardless, because people in ICU don't always make it. And I thought, well, no, that's not the point, you know. I mean, that person may have made it, but it may have delayed them getting better. And, well, I didn't want to be responsible knowing that I went up to the hospital, into the ICU, and that person could have died. So, no, I didn't want to be responsible for that. I would have felt responsible. So, as hard as it was for me to stay behind, not go up to the hospital, it hurt. About 17th of May, I think, we flew back home. Somewhere around that area. I can't remember exactly when. I think it was the 17th, 15th, 16th, 17th, something like that. Anyway, was due to go back on the 15th, that's right. But the funeral was either on the 16th or the 17th. And I needed to change the tickets. Well, the airline that I was travelling with wanted to charge me $500 each to transfer out tickets to the next day, because my sister's funeral was on the day after we would have got back to Queensland. Anyway, I'm screaming and crying over the phone to someone at Jetstar and saying, look, my sister had just, like, she passed away on the Saturday. I said, look, I've just lost my sister. Her funeral is this day. What can you do to help me? Anyway, she said, well, look, leave it with me, she said, and I'll get in contact with my boss. I said, well, hurry up, because I am on a prepaid phone and it's costing me money to ring you. She said, no. She said, that's all right. She said, I'll ring you back. Is this the number? I said, yes. Anyway, so, true to her word, Sheila rang me back. Right, she said, it's not going to cost you anything. I think it ended up costing us $20 each. But they waived it. I said, you've got to be kidding me. I spent this amount of money for two people to come down here to Tasmania to be with my sister, and you bastards want to charge me extra to fly back, or to change my date to fly home, when it's only one day. How heartless is that, you know? I was so ropeable. Anyway, she said, right, leave it with me, I'll go back and talk to my supervisor. And I said, yeah, you do that. Anyway, so they said, right, no extra charge, we'll waive that. I said, well, so you bloody should. And then I had to get in contact with the funeral parlour that was doing my sister's funeral. And luckily for me, the people that runs the funeral parlour knew me and my family. Yeah, Shaunna, we can do that for you, love. She said, not a problem. She said, firstly, she said, I want to pass on my condolences to you and Denny and the family. I said, yeah, no worries. Thanks very much for that. And true to her word, I got it that day, because she emailed straight to me. And the Mowbray Hotel, which I'm going to give a great big shout out to them. If you ever go to Launceston and you want somewhere to stay, Mowbray Hotel is the place to do it. They are tremendous. They looked after me. Their meals are beautiful, cheap rates, and nothing was a problem to them. So yeah, Mowbray Hotel is the place to go. Yeah, so anyway, I was able, at the end of it, able to get my flight changed to the next day, which was the day of the funeral, but we didn't fly out until 8 o'clock at night, so that was great. It worked in really well, actually, because I was able to go to the funeral, to the wake, and then my brother, one of my big brothers, took me from my brother-in-law's, like Janice and Denny's place. I still call it Janice and Denny's, even though she's not here with us anymore. But yeah, we went from there after the wake back to the airport. Mind you, though, we had a few hours to kill, but my brother took us out for tea and stuff, so yeah, it was good. And no, actually it was 5 o'clock, not 8 o'clock. So we had tea on the plane. So yeah, he took us out for lunch. Not tea. I got it muddled up, but yeah. It's just weird. I still, like, even though my brother-in-law rings me from time to time and I'll ring him, I'm expecting when I ring, my sister will answer the phone, but she doesn't. Well, obviously can't. But yeah, and when she was alive, I'd ring her and she'll refer to Denny as Dad, even though he's my brother-in-law. And if my brother-in-law rings me or I ring him, vice versa, he will refer to Janice to me as Mum. So that's kind of weird. But yeah, I've actually got a picture of my darling sister on my phone. I love her dearly, and I don't know if I can get it up. But yeah, there we go. I don't know if it's going to show, but that's, oops, a bit too close. Come back. There we go. What happened there? Don't go off. That's my darling sister. That's one of the pictures of her sitting up. As you can tell, she's very, very thin. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I've rambled on long enough. It's 23 minutes in, so I don't want to make this boring. But yeah, I just wanted to share those few things, and well, basically to tie in what the video was all about before, so that people got a bit of understanding and how it was going to affect me, and or not going to, but is affecting me. Yeah. Alright guys, I'm going to go get myself another cup of tea. I've got sinuses. Excuse me. I was trying to hold it in, but it didn't want to stay. Oh, sinus. I hate it. Alright guys, I'm going to go. Peace out, and we'll see you in the next one.